what's the enemy?
Like an op.
Op. You gotta go serve your ops. Watch this.
Or some people that mistreat us every day.
Watch this. Now God gonna tell you who the ops is. Listen. He said, now you didn't want to do what I say do? Now you gotta go serve your ops, nigga. Listen.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And I'm gonna send the ops against you. Yeah, I'm gonna send the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna send them against you. I'm gonna cause you to lose your power, and the ops gonna come holler at you. Watch.
And hunger.
Now you gotta go to the ops for food. You gotta go to Walmart. You gotta go to Costco. You gotta go to Subway. You gotta go to McDonald's. You gotta go to Chick-fil-A. You gotta go to Burger King.
Bring it out.
Do we own any of that stuff? Guess who own it? The ops.
Bring it
the
out.
Ops. Listen. Genesis 32. Let me show you, sis and brother, that Israel was a man, not a land. Genesis 32 and 28. Watch this.
The book of Genesis chapter 32 and verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
So Jacob's name was changed to Israel. All right, so when we say that we are the Israelites, that means that we descend from who? All right, so we say that we're the Israelites, and God's chosen people are the Israelites. All right, that's who Moses is speaking to. And read that again.
So why did they change Jacob's name to Israel?
Right, come on, let's read it.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God.
Because Israel means a prince that has power with God. If you read the Bible, Jacob wrestled with an angel. You see what I'm saying? He had power with God. His name was changed to Israel because he had power with God. Now Jacob, which is Israel, he had 12 sons. He had children, all right? You got Judah, which are the American blacks. You got Benjamin, the West Indian black. So these are the 12 tribes, sis. You understand that? This is all his children. These are God's chosen people. You following me? So his name was changed to Israel. And give me Isaiah 44:1. Watch this. This is what God said about Israel. Now you're going to understand why we so great and why white people hate you for no reason. It's a struggle. It started in the womb. You always say, you think white people hate you because you're black, right? That's what we always told. Oh, they racist, they because I'm black. No, it's the spirit. It's the spirit inside of you that they hate. They hate that God didn't choose them, he chose you. Watch this.
Isaiah 44 and verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, in Israel whom I have chosen.
So who God chose? He chose Israel. White people not gonna tell us that. They gonna give you this. This is what white people gonna give you. And say, well, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. You can do what you want to do. You can eat what you want to eat. You can dress how you want to dress. You can sleep with who you want to sleep with. We're all one in Christ Jesus. This is what this white man has done to us, and he used religion to do it. And with this, he has controlled the whole world. He controlled our thoughts. He controlled us with this. But when you actually pick up the Bible and understand who's who, now the Bible is going to make more sense to you. You understand and follow me? So go back to Deuteronomy 28 and verse, Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Now, you understanding that we are Israel. How you doing, sis? All right. So now you understanding that we're Israel. Now, every time you read the Bible, you're going to keep seeing that word Israel, Israel. And know it's talking about who? Us, as so-called African Americans.
That's right.
So-called Hispanics and the Native Americans. And the Israelites been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know you're an Israelite if your spirit bear witness with our spirit on the words that we're hearing. All right? There's no DNA test you can take to go back to Moses. Or they could go back to Aaron, or can go back that far to Jacob. Your spirit is a spiritual thing now. All right, come on.
Deuteronomy 1 and 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses is speaking to who? Our Israel, meaning who? Our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He's back before slave ship. He's speaking to them, our grandparents way over there, our bloodline. He's not talking to everybody else. He didn't say he was talking to Edom. He's not talking to Elam. He's not talking to Moab. He's not talking to Ammon. Those are nations in the Bible. He's talking to who, sis? Israelites. Moses is speaking to the Israelites. Now, verse 15, 28 and 15. This is what Moses told the children of Israel. Listen, he's talking to us now, our grandparents. Way before we was even thought of. Thousands and thousands of years ago, this is our history book on what happened to us. And I'm going to bring it all the way up into today on what's going on with us and why they don't want us to know. Because if they teach us this, we got power. Israel means a prince that has what? Power with God.
That's right.
We got power with God, but we disconnected because we are following the devil.
All the lies.
All the lies and the misconceptions, we have been broken away from God. But God said in the last days, he was going to wake us back up. And you was going to come and you was going to hear this again. And you was going to hear it and you was going to repent. You was going to hear it, you'd be like, something ain't right in this world. You was going to hear this message one day and you was going to repent. Come on.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So this is Moses telling the children of Israel, meaning in the future, this shall come, meaning he's prophesying, saying, this is going to happen in the future. This shall come to pass. Watch this.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said, if you don't listen to God, he's telling them after they walked through on the Red Sea, he went up on the mountain, got the commandments, he came back down. The people were standing there. He said, this is what God told me to tell y'all. Chill, y'all people, listen.
To observe to do all his commandments.
He said, if you don't do all his commandments.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said, look, here go the tablets right here. I'm finna read y'all everything God told me to tell y'all that y'all need to do in order to live on this earth. I created the earth, and this is what my people have to do to live. All right? He said, look, no, I didn't say, I'm just pointing. When I said the tablets down there, I wasn't talking about that. I'm just illustrating. He said, I'm gonna lay all this out. He said, look, if y'all do this, read.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said, y'all don't do what I'm laying down and telling y'all right now. Look, man, this is how Moses was talking to him. I can imagine in Hebrew. He said, look at here, niggas. I went up there and I talked to the man. The man said, look, if y'all don't do this right here, this is what's gonna happen, man. Y'all gonna be cursed in the future. I'm telling you now, he gonna take y'all and he gonna do this to y'all. Now, to know that we are these people, I'm going to show y'all what God said he's going to do. What was the first curse he said was going to happen if we disobeyed him?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said the first thing, every city y'all go to, y'all going to try to rise, but y'all going to be cursed. Bad things are going to happen to you. Cursed in the city. Whether you go to Nashville, to Atlanta, you can go to Oakland, you can go to the Bronx, you can go to Brooklyn, you can go to Detroit, you can go to Chicago, you can go anywhere. You can go to Birmingham, Alabama, you're going to find the children of Israel doing the same thing. Hanging out, selling drugs to each other, YNs shooting up the block, black women twerking and fighting every damn where. That's a curse. The black man not taking care of his kids and having sex, hunching women, running off, going to hunch another woman. The black woman throwing her ass in the circle, throw that ass in the circle. That's a curse. We was never supposed to be living like this. We under a curse. You got to say, You know the main thing black people like say, man, why can't we all get along? It's a curse. Why don't we own the stores in our own community, man? Man, I don't know, man. Well, we telling you now it's a curse. For the yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, because like, it makes sense, but cause, like, we started off as kings and queens, but like one day, I guess we got cursed, and so we got enslaved.
Yeah, that's what we're finna read it to you, yeah. Since our disobedience, remember he said it shall come to pass, meaning over a period of time. You weren't gonna be a king and princesses, and your priesthood, your royalty was gonna leave you because of your disobedience. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was telling him, that's how you know he got royalty in him. He got golds in his mouth, he got the chains on. We like that type stuff. You got royalty and you want to come outside looking pretty. That's just in us. But we have lost our connection with God. So our royalty is like ashes now.
It's deep right here.
All right, what's up, bro? Listen to this.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Remember, I'm reading to you our punishment God said he was going to do to us for our disobedience. He said, cursed we was going to be where?
In the city.
And where else?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
In the cotton fields, those sugar cane fields. We was cursed in the fields. The white man would just come get you and take you out to the barn and just rape you. That's a curse. And there wasn't nothing your daddy can do about it. Your brother can do about it. Your uncle can do about it. Wasn't nothing they can do. That's a curse. One white man on a plantation controlling a plantation of 50 strong black men who pick cotton every day. And a white man will roll up on his damn mule or horse and say, look, nigger, pick all this damn cotton. Yassa, massa, yassa, 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 yassa. That's a curse. You understand that? Watch this, sis.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
The Bible said that a curse was that we was gonna what? We was gonna betroth a wife. We was gonna be engaged to a woman, a beautiful black sister.
And another man shall lie with her.
And another man gonna come get her and take her. That's a curse. This stuff is in the Holy Bible, but you're not reading this in the church. This happened to us because we disobeyed God. Come on.
Thou shalt build an house.
And said, now we're gonna build houses. We're gonna build up North Nashville.
And thou shalt not dwell therein.
But we're not gonna dwell in these houses. They're gonna gentrify your community. They're gonna come. See how I'm bringing it up to date? Well, I can't take you back to history that when we built houses, the Mexicans building, hell, we built the White House. Right. We ain't lived in that house. We built the communities. The Mexicans building these white people houses and stuff. They not living in them. They got to go back to their side of town and live in their cars and stuff. Come on.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
Said we was gonna plant a vineyard.
And shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
I'll give you 32.
32. Thy sons and thy daughters.
Now these are curses, sis. Why did these curses happen?
Because they disobeyed God.
Yeah, and we still doing it to this day.
Today, no one is woke.
Right. Nobody ain't woke. That's why we out here to do what? To shake you and wake you up. Right. Tell them we are the Israelites. We got to do what? What God say. This is what happened when we didn't do it.
But
Verse 32.
Don't understand.
Right. Watch this.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
He said for your disobedience in the future now. This is way in the Bible. Our sons and daughters will be given unto another people. When did that happen to us? During what time? Yeah, it happens every day now. Do the DH, the CPS, child services, the juvenile courts, and things like that. But you want to bag it up, go to slavery. Our sons and daughters was given.
Getting taken away at birth.
Yes, at birth.
And grace to be into slavery.
Yes.
And room to be like
yes.
For the white man.
Right. And we was giving away as Christmas gifts and birthday presents.
Yeah.
Watch this. Read the Bible said what's gonna happen.
Like organs, they still do that too.
Yes. The Bible said this, listen.
And thine eyes shall look.
And you was gonna look and seeing these things being happen.
And fell with longing for them.
You was gonna feel sorrow and you was gonna cry.
All the day long.
Every day, all day.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
But there wasn't gonna be no power in your hand to get those kids back. This is us that he's talking about. He's not talking about white people. You understand? This is us. Give me verse 4. What you got?
43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
He said the stranger, meaning the people that's around us and who are not Israelites, they're going to get up above us very high economically. Right? Who runs the earth? Then who? Maybe the Chinese or the Japanese. It ain't us.
All the foreigners.
Yeah, we're not. We built this land. Why we don't own these stores? Why we don't own Cricket? Why we don't own United Cellular?
It's really more
so
like not punishment. It's just like God's way of waking people up until they wake up.
Yeah, no, it's a punishment. Cause this is all 15.
I mean, yeah, it is. Of
Watch
course,
this.
but I'm saying it's gonna keep happening until everybody does
Yes,
the same thing.
until Christ come back. We're going to wake up and Christ is going to come back. World War III will be right here in America. A lot of people going to die because everybody ain't going to wake up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to die, and the ones who are woke, that's keeping God's commandments, he's going to take us up. And we're not going to feel no fire. We're not going to feel no destruction that's coming to America. America, he destroyed last time with water. He's going to destroy this high power that's ruling the earth this time with fire. Listen.
And thou shalt come down very low.
He said that we was going to do what?
Thou shalt come down very low.
We was going to come down very low. You understand this, sis? What it means that...
Kind of like what's going on now, like people, like you said, gentrification and stuff.
Yeah.
People gonna be up and like we gonna be like kind of like still stuck in the same.
We still on stuff, on stupid. All we want to do a line dance.
People still gonna be killing. People still gonna be robbed. Like, and it's sad that black people doing it to each other.
Yeah, we doing it to each other because we under a curse. Our minds are messed up, right?
I would definitely say it's a curse.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. Just think about it. We the only group of people who make songs who call out women bitches and hoes. We the only people who make songs who talk about shooting and killing one another, then actually go do it. We the only people who make songs, a whole rap genre called drill music.
We the only fucking community that hate each other.
Exactly.
And don't know how to come together for shit.
For nothing. If we come together, it's gonna be a fight or a shooting later on. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we are under the curse. And you want to have a good time, and you want to come out and party and listen to some good music, where can you go without having? No, hell no, don't go there. I'm taking that. No, they're gonna tell you. No, don't go to the. Yeah, they wicked as hell there. No.
Yeah.
Well, the church is why these people. You know all these gangbangers and IUICs are Christians, don't you?
Bring it out.
Don't you know? Don't you know all these people who's terrorizing the neighborhood, they come from the Christian church? How you know they come from the Christian church? When one of them died, they go take them right back to Jefferson Street Baptist Church or whatever. They have their funeral right in that same church where they come out of. The Christianity, the church is blind, it's destroying the black community. That's why we got to come to the corner and read the Bible, because when you go to church, they're not reading you the Bible. They shaking and jiving and dancing and putting on a fashion show. But if you want to have a good time, since you got to repent and come party and keep the feast days with the Israelites.
That's right.
You ain't got to worry about no fighting. You ain't got to worry about no shooting. You ain't got to worry about nobody getting drunk. You ain't got to worry about none of that. In the world today, you can't go out. You playing Russian roulette. Go downtown, you want to. Go to one of these little clubs down there on Buchanan's. Go to one of these spots, you playing Russian roulette. Because the YNs is coming. Them little demon-possessed boys coming. Listen.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Now he's telling, he said, because we didn't want to do what God said, we didn't want to serve God. Remember, I'm reading to you the past and bringing it up to the future.
For the abundance of all things.
We didn't want to go to God for the abundance of all things.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
He said, now you got to go serve your enemies, sis. Your enemies, not your friends. What it means, your enemies? What you think? What's an enemy?
Like an op.
Op. You got to go serve your ops. Watch this.
Or some people that mistreat us every day.
Watch this. Now God going to tell you who the ops is. Listen. He said, now you didn't want to do what I say do? Now you got to go serve your ops, nigga. Listen.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And I'm going to send the ops against you. Yeah, I'm going to send the ops. Yeah, I'm going to send them against you. I'm going to cause you to lose your power, and the ops going to come holler at you. Watch.
And hunger.
Now you got to go to the ops for food. You got to go to Walmart. You got to go to Costco.
Bring it out.
You got to go to Kroger's. You got to go Food City, Target, JB's, Food Lion. You got to go to Subway. You got to go to McDonald's. You got to go to Chick-fil-A. You got to go to Burger King.
Bring it out.
Do we own any of that stuff? Guess who owns it? The ops.
Bring it
the
out.
Ops. Listen.
And in thirst.
Then you got to go to the ops for thirst. You get thirsty, you got to go to ops to get something to drink. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the ops to get a Sprite, a Coca-Cola, a water, some Hennessy, Don Julio, whatever you like to drink. You know what I'm saying? Casa Amigo, whatever, Hennessy, whatever you like to drink, Wild Out Road, whatever you like to drink. God said, I'm going to take everything from you. All right, come on.
And in nakedness.
And who?
And nakedness.
Now you got to go to your enemies in nakedness. You know what nakedness means? Clothing. Now you got to go to your enemies for clothing, like Ralph Lauren. You see what I'm saying? Like Nike, Adidas, Chanel, Michael Kors, Timberland, Levi's, Adidas, Louis Vuitton, whatever. You got Gucci. You got to go to your Opps if you want to put on some clothes. Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, Victoria's Secrets. You know what I'm saying? Bath and Body Works, wherever. You got to go to your enemy, your Opps, for this because of your disobedience. Watch this.
And in one of all things.
And in the one of, look, he said now you got to go to your Opps for the one of all things. Driver license. You got to go to your Opps. Birth certificate. You got to go to your Opps. Death certificate. You got to go to your Opps. Education. You got to go to your Opps. Want to buy a car? You got to go to get some money out the bank. Go to your Opps. You want to buy a house? Go to the Opps. You want to go to medical? Go to the Opps. Because this happened, why? Because we disobeyed God. Watch this.
And he.
Now this Opp is a who?
And he.
This Opp is a man.
Yes, right.
And he.
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall do what? You got Google on your phone? Google yoke of iron and push images. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron. Alright?
It's Dion right here, man.
How you doing, bro? So what I'm showing our people that we are God chosen people. I'm going through her the curses right now to show that we are these people. God said, and he shall put this man was going to put a yoke of iron. You spell it? Y-O-K of iron. That's
Yeah, that's that thing.
you see it?
Hey, Cal, he said, ain't now one of them images of Jesus.
Hold on. All right, so watch this. You know what a yoke of iron is, bro?
Do you know what a yoke of iron is?
Now you know, right? You ever seen that before? Can you see it?
Oh, that's like back when there was like lynching and killing us.
Yeah, in slavery, right? Listen what the Bible say. Read it again.
And he
shall
put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who put that on our neck? The enemy, the Opps, is what you call them. I like that. Yeah, see, they put that on our necks, right? Now, they took it off our necks, and they said, sign the message place proclamation, don't put that on their necks no more, because it's where now. It's on our brain. We stuck in Christianity. See what I'm saying? We stuck in everything else but what the Bible actually say. So he said, set the niggas free now. Watch this.
Until he have destroyed thee.
He kept that on our neck until we was destroyed. Why? He was discontinuing us from our heritage, our food that we ate, our ceremonial laws, our dietary laws. Every law, he was discontinuing us from everything. And once he figured that after all these years, 300 or 400 years, how many years before they signed the Emancipation Proclamation, they said they destroyed now, let them go. Give them religion. They got religion in their mind now.
Teach, Cal.
They believe that Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. They believe that Hop Along Bunny Rabbit, that Easter, the bunny gonna lay an egg. They believe in everything, yeah, the pagan days except what the Bible actually say. That is a curse, meaning he gonna put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he had destroyed thee. That's what those are, yokes of iron. They put that on our neck, the Opps did. And this ain't no race campaign or a hate campaign. It's just history. They put that stuff on our neck. And God said they are the enemy. Read it from the top again for the brother. He had just walked up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So he said we was gonna have to go serve our enemies. When she called them the Opps. Come on. Remember, sis, why did this happen to us? We were disobedient. Come on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Now he sent the Opps, the enemy, against us.
In hunger.
Now we got to go to Opps for food.
And in thirst.
And thirsty. We got to pay our water bills to what's that? What's it called? What's the MLG and NES? I won't say MLG and W. That's Memphis. NES. Come on.
And in nakedness.
We got to go to the Opps to get clothing now.
and in want of all things.
We got to go to the Opps for the want of all things to get an understanding of this Bible. When they broke us down from reading, sis, we had to go to the Opps. All right? You think the Opps gonna tell you what you need to know, or what they want you to know? What they want you to know, right? This is what we at today. This is why nobody knows and understands the Bible to this day. Come on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So I'm showing y'all what the curses that we are living in is true, that we are these people. Give me verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
This is gonna blow your mind. Listen.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He was gonna bring us back into Egypt. What was we doing in Egypt the first time? Do you know? What was the children of Israel doing in Egypt?
We was living upon the land before we went into slavery.
All right, give me Exodus chapter 1 and verse 5.
And queens, right?
No.
No?
Watch this. Not when we was in Egypt. We finna show you what we were doing. Because he said, if you disobey me, I'm going to bring you back. You remember they walked out of Egypt. He told Pharaoh. Yeah, he told Pharaoh. He said, Pharaoh, let my people go.
Right.
Pharaoh didn't want to let us go. All right? But he finally put the plagues on them. Hey, the Passover and all that came, we walked through on dry ground. He delivered us. He saved us from the hands of them, our enemies, our slave masters. Our first slave masters were black people. It wasn't white people. The Egyptians were black. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
To serve with rigor, harshness, meaning slavery. I'm talking about it was, man, sun up to sundown. Come on.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
And they made our lives bitter with hard bondage. Don't that sound familiar? Didn't they do that? The new Egypt done this to us. Listen.
In mortar and in brick.
They built the pyramids in mortar and brick. We built their houses. We built their places of worship. We built it.
And in all manner of service in the field.
In the what?
In the field.
In the field. Remember, we was going to be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Come on.
All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
So we was what in Egypt? Slaves, right? Now go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You're going to understand what Moses is telling them. You follow me, sis? All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hold on. He was going to bring us into Egypt again. What is he talking about?
Bringing us back to slavery.
How we get over here? Showing you we the Israelites. How? What, by what means of transportation? Big boat called what? By what? You watch this. Now, did you know that was in the Bible? That we was going to come back over here in ships.
Bring it out.
They not telling us that. Now read it from the top. How you doing, sis? How you doing, Jazz? Listen to it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Back into slavery again.
With ships.
How?
With ships.
No, they say a yacht.
With ships.
Who's going to walk over here?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Bible is talking about us going back into captivity again in ships.
Right.
In the future. 1619, 1492.
Right.
You understand? Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We we're going to see our homeland and live as princesses and kings again. Come on.
And
there, when you got off the slave ship,
ye shall be sold.
we was going to be what?
Sold.
Let me ask you before I keep reading. Who sold us when we got the slave ship?
Bring it out. Our parents.
Our parents sold us?
Initially, with a birth certificate.
I'm going to ask her. Who sold us when we got off the slave ship?
It wasn't God, because he said he was going to bring us back.
I'm going to ask you. All right, so.
When you said our own people sold us.
No,
Yeah, you
hold
said it
on.
was a black man. You said it was
All right, when we got to the shores of West Virginia.
Makes sense.
Hold on, listen. When we got off the slave ships, we come across the water, we hit Jamestown, Virginia. All right, we hit Raleigh, we hit North Carolina, Miami, Florida. We got off the ships. Not before we got on the ships. When we got off the ships, read that part again.
And there ye shall be sold.
And there ye shall be sold. Who sold us when we got off the slave ships?
Be our own people.
So you saying when we got off the slave ship, they had us shop. And your dad was waiting right there. And your dad had set you up on the auction block and say, here, son, you got to be sold to the white man. That's in history? Or was it white man had us in chains, put us on the auction block,
It was the white man.
put us on the auction block and sold us? Huh?
The white man.
Yeah, we didn't sell each other when we got off the slave ship.
Right.
The white man was getting us and selling. That's how you got your last name. When you got sold, what's your last name? Lewis. So when you got sold to the Lewis plantation, your name became Lewis. Your great-great-granddaddy, or mother name became Lewis. And that's how you become a Lewis to this day, right? So when you got the slave ship, you were sold by who?
What are you talking about?
By who?
White man.
Now read it again. Okay?
And there ye shall be sold.
So we're going to be sold to who?
To my white people?
Huh?
To my white people?
Who sold us?
The enemy did to
The enemy, which is who?
The slave masters.
Yeah, your slave master. There you go. Oxygen, yeah, oxygen is off, right? So I wanted you to get that. Come on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And God is calling them the Opps again. Do you understand that? What the Opps doing with our Bible teaching the Christians is all about Jesus. Something about the name Jesus.
People so misled.
That's why they misled.
For buying men and buying women. And no man shall buy you.
They said what?
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody was going to be able to buy you, meaning come save you from this, sis. We had to go through this. Why? Because we disobeyed God. Do you understand that?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example.